So
I agree with you. It seemed like we won the championship.
Yeah.
Yes, because I had Oliart in Granollers. No, it was Oliart that called me, I think. And Oliart, well, to tell you the truth, I said also in the past, but Oliart, I owe a lot to him for my long career, because he's the first coach that taught me to shoot from outside, out on the 3 points. Before Oliart, no one ever let me shoot outside.
No one let you, and you didn't try.
No, they always wanted me to play in the low post and not so much the 3-pointer. Instead, when I played for Granollers, Oliart said, "Hey, how come you never shoot the 3 points?" I said, "Because no one ever told me to shoot the 3 points." So Oliart would stay after practice and practice with me, and then he kept telling me, "When you're free in 3 points, you shoot." So he made me a lot better player, and being I could do that because I wasn't jumping so high anymore, and my physical body was getting less physical ability. He made my career 10 years longer for sure, because now I have 2 things: I can play low post or shoot the 3 points.
So
and in the end, I think I shot maybe 40% from 3 points, but that's only because Oliart told me to. If he never did, my career would end 10 years before. Yes. Well, it started for me because when I played with the Granollers, Oliart took. I was playing with Kenny Skywalker, who played with the Knicks, and they signed him, and Oliart made me play number 5 on defense and 4 on offense. So I would be outside and Kenny inside because Kenny had no shots from outside, and this is the way it started. And then I knew going with him, we always had. I don't understand why Oliart didn't have a longer career, because he's one of the best coaches I had in my career. He was very good for me. I had a great relationship with him, and when he asked me to come to Murcia, it was very easy to say yes. Going to be, yes, I knew it was going to be a fight, not as where in Granollers it was easier. We had a better team, I think, with John and other players more experienced than the Murcia team. But one thing the Murcia team had, everyone was a fighter. All players on the team were fighting. And okay, we weren't the greatest team, but we never gave up. We never stopped fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we felt that the whole year. I remember we lost a lot of games. I don't remember how many, but a lot of games in the last seconds. And I think if you win, okay, you don't win all 5, but say you win 3 or 4 of these games, then maybe you play a different after the season. You play maybe playoffs, maybe not. But I think just because of those team games we lost by 1 second, it changed the whole mentality of the team. Because when you lose a lot of games by 1 point, it's hard on you to keep fighting. It's very difficult. It's a very always yelling, always come on, always diving and always fighting, and one person leads to the other. When you see 3 people doing it, the whole team does this. Then at a certain point we changed Americans too. They changed Morning Star for Ted Jeffries, no?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He was a tough kid. He was a tough player. If you look at him and you talk to him, it doesn't seem like he's tough. But he had a little a hook shot that was very good, and I don't know if the change was the correct thing to do, because Jeffries was a good player. But it worked in the end. In the end, we ended up staying up.
And maybe
the game after we lose the 2 games in Valladolid, I never lost confidence that we would stay up. I just thought, in the beginning, I wanted to win just 1 of the 2 games in the first 2 games. I figured if we win 1, okay, then you go home, you win 2, and you're done. But when we lost 2, this was going to be tough. This was going to be hard.
Do you remember what happened?
I don't remember exactly what happened. I know that the tension was very high in the game because we wanted to bring home at least one win from the first two games, and the tension was very high. And the other thing was Fedosov was a young player, and I was an older player, so it's normal in that situation that you try to intimidate the younger player, you know. So I'm sure we played hard on him, and he was not happy for sure. But he's a very good player, you know.
Yeah.
He turned out to be a very, very good player. He's very tall, very long, and athletic, and he's also a good person. But him and Oscar Smith, it was tough. It was not easy to win. It was not easy to win. I remember Granada, and honestly, when I knew we were going to do this in Murcia, I thought of Granada. And Granada, I refused to go down. In Granada, one time they stopped me after we were 2-0 for the other team in the playouts to go down. I stopped to get gasoline, and the gas station attendant said to me, vai abajo, no? Vai abajo. And I told him, escucha, alguien vai abajo, and no es Granada. Somebody's going down. Someone's going down, but it's not Granada. No, I remember one thing, the Morning Star. Morning Star, I paid him money from my pocket. I said, listen, if we stay up, I give you $1,000.
Morning Star.
From my pocket.
Morning Star told you.
No, I told Morning Star.
You told
I give you $1,000 if we stay out, because you know when you go 2-0, it's too easy to quit. You can say, okay, I quit. We lose one more game. It's done, and no problem. And I was afraid that maybe someone on the team thinks that. So I told Morning Star, listen, if we win and stay up, I give you $1,000 from my pocket, because I need to make sure everyone is fighting. Not just me. I want everyone on the team fighting. The general manager Felipe, right, came to the gym one day and called a meeting, and they said I think 2 months or 3 months pay they still had to pay us, and they said no more pay. All paychecks are stopped. They said no more paychecks until we are sure we are saved. Okay, and try to understand what I'm saying. So I said to them, okay, I don't accept this because I don't like this, because it means that I'm not doing my job. Okay, because you think if I'm not doing my job, so you're not going to pay me. Instead, I'm playing hard every day, and I want to be paid. So I made an opportunity to them. I said, okay, you don't pay me no more. Okay, 3 paychecks, no problem. But if the team stays up, you give me double. And that's where the famous story came out. There was the famous story of dobla or nada. And I think everyone on the team accepted this. Dobla or nada. You can ask Felipe if he remembers. I'm sure he does. And then in the end, when we stayed up, I donate my money to the orphanage, the children's hospital there in Murcia. Because we told them, okay, not all the players accepted. I think 6, 7 players accept, and maybe 2 or 3 players did not accept. But if you ask the general manager, he remembers, because he remembers when I told him this.
Okay.
Double or nothing, and they accept, and I accept. So if I lose the playoffs, I get no money for 3 months. Nothing. Very hard. It's very hard to say this, but it's also hard for someone to give me a fine, and for me to accept the fine. Okay. And I want them to understand that at that point, I don't care if I get the money or don't get the money. I don't care. I care that the team does not go down. Okay? But the money was not the most important thing for me then. So, okay, if you want to fine me or stop paying me, okay. That means that you think I'm not doing 100%. But in the other way, if I save and we stay up, you give me double than what you have to give me.
That was
No, now that I'm 50 years old, I know the reason. But when I was then 30 years old, 32 years old, I did not know the reason. Now I know the reason. The reason is that, okay, you fight all year, you win, you lose by 1 point sometimes, you're fighting and you're tired, okay? What is the only thing the team can do to make sure that you give every ounce of blood on the floor? There's only one thing they can do, and that is try to agitate you, try to do something to you to make you mad, you know? So they fine you. They say no more pay. And at that point, you do one direction or the other direction. You say, okay, I don't play anymore. I don't care shit. No me frega nada. Or I say, hija de puta, juego
to lose. We try this
nothing
and
to lose. Yes. And that was what the team had. They had nothing to lose. I think it was the best move they made. Now I agree. When I'm 50 years old, yes, I agree. I would do the same. But I would also. But what the team did not expect was my answer. They did not expect me to say doble or nada. I took the risk of the team for me first. I said, for me, you don't fine me. For me, okay, you keep the money, but if I stay up, you give me double. And then other players heard me saying it, and they said, me too. And then the other players said, me too. And then Morning Star, me too. 5 or 6 players said, me too. And I said, okay, now we have something. Because I wanted to, I don't want to sound like, I'm not Jesus Christ, and I'm not Superman, and I'm no one, but I'm a good person, I think. And I like to think that I'm an honest person. But I also want to show that in the end, it was not the money that made me win. Okay? That's what I wanted to show to the team. And that's why I said, okay, pay me my 3 months. After I won, and I won doble, ganado doble, I said, give me just my paychecks and the other money, give to the children that need the money. And it's one of the moments I'm most proud of in my career. I'm very happy for that, man. Very happy for that. That game was amazing.
Yeah,
because I'll tell you, I was not confident. I knew we were going to win at home. When we won the first game, because they were coming down to the CB Murcia and thinking they just have to win 1 game. Okay? Just the way we were trying to do when we went up to Valladolid. We were saying, okay, we win 1 game, and we come home and you win. But when you go and you lose 2 games, your whole plan is different. So they were coming here, Oscar Smith and Philip Shaw, they came down and they were thinking, okay, we win 1 game. And I thought after we won the first game, I said, no, we're going to win. I think we can stay up. But I was not sure we could win in Valladolid for the last game. I said, this is going to be incredible. This is going to be very difficult, but maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. A lot of pressure, huh? A lot of pressure. From when you're old, when you get old and you hear something nice, people remember it's nice. Sometimes people send me emails and say they remember when I played here or played there, and it's nice to hear because sometimes you feel like you're an ex-player and no one knows. If I ask someone, if you ask someone who is 20 years old now, who is John Ebeling, they don't know.
You know.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I follow the scores and the players and stuff. I watch who's doing well and not doing so well. I do follow, yeah.
Okay.